All right, everybody. We're experiencing some technical issues tonight. My camera does not seem to want to work, and the other panelists cannot seem to join. But with that being said, my name is Joe Lewis, and I am the camp director. Unfortunately, you cannot see my beautiful face tonight, so we will go ahead and just go on with the show. We have a lot of information to give out tonight. So I first want to say welcome. Hopefully, for the most part, a lot of you were able to get in tonight. This will, of course, be posted to the internet on YouTube in just a few days after this meeting is done. So for those of you who could not get in, welcome virtually a little bit later down the line. For everybody joining us tonight, live and in person, we will go ahead and make sure that if you have any questions throughout the night, you can use the chat function to go ahead and ask them, and we'll answer them at the end. So let's go ahead and get on with the show, and if things work out and get better throughout, we will continue to adapt. Otherwise, at least you can hear me. So let's get to it. So our February webinar for DeBarre Scout Ranch. If you're not here for that, well, now you are. So let's get on with it. So tonight, if the technology bugs stop, I will be joined by our Assistant Camp Director, Ryan Henderson, and our new to announce commissioner for the 2022 summer, Jimmy Kyle, who will be joining us from Illinois, as long as, like I said, we can get technical difficulties to stop. All right. So tonight's agenda, we're going to be going over our camp leadership introduction of our new team member, Jimmy Kyle, who was just hired on this past week. If he's able to join, he'll give a quick introduction of himself. He's got over 10 years of camp experience from all over the country. He's a really great guy. I'm excited to have him on my team this year. We're going to talk about the payment schedule and how to make the second payment. Talk about camp scholarships, how to apply for those in our new process, health forms and what we're doing about those this year, our merit badge sign up and the process to how to do that, camp program highlights, talk about some new exciting stuff we're doing, some staffing needs. If you know of anybody, we're willing to hire them, pay them money, give them a place to stay and feed them pretty good food this summer. And of course, answer some questions that you all have. So let's go ahead and get started. Housekeeping. All of you are currently in listen mode, which means you cannot unmute yourself. You cannot directly talk, but that is okay. You can input things into the chat feature. So any questions you have throughout, we will do our best to answer at the very end of our presentation tonight. This webinar is being recorded, and this recording will be posted to our website and YouTube. So let's first, like always, talk about our legendary camp service, our commitment to you. So our commitment. We, the camp staff, are dedicated to providing our customers and guests a legendary scout camp experience while participating in our life-changing year-round camp programs. We are committed to providing facilities, programs, services, and camp leadership that will consistently exceed the expectations of our customers and guests. Our Michigan Scout camps will be safe havens for experiencing the best of the adventures and values of the Boy Scouts of America. So with that, our focus is we will strive to plan an innovative program that meets the needs of all Scouts and one that will be provided by qualified and talented staff. We will work diligently to plan and implement a high-quality food service program. We will continue to upgrade and refresh our facilities, and we will engage you, our leaders, in our process and implementation. Brings me to our next slide of, here's what we scored last year. Overall, these are the highest scores that we received in the last, I want to say 10 years or so, at the very least. So we started tracking all this stuff about 10 years ago, and this is our highest score since. So constant and clear communication, we're boasting that as we go forward, 81%. Dedicated and trained camp staff, I think we all had memories that our scouts and scouters made with camp staff last year at an 87%. Programs and activities at an 85%. Quality and safe facilities, 84%. And quality food service at a 91%, which was one of the top in the state, which is pretty fantastic. So our key focuses in 2022 is going to continue our quality food service, create meaningful pre-camp information to hand out to all of you and make sure you're up to date on it. Standardize our check-in process, which we're moving down to the Jack Lord subcamp to make things a little bit more straightforward. If you didn't catch last month's webinar, I highly suggest you watch it. We talked about the check-in process a little bit and how you can check in whenever you want. If you want to check in starting Saturday afternoon, you can. If you want to check in starting Sunday morning, you can do that too. Our actual check-in times start at noon, but you can arrive at camp anytime after Saturday at noon. And we're going to continue offering quality staff training to make sure that all the promises that we made in our leader's guide are fulfilled and that all of them are, or that all of you are happy. If you have yet to sign up for summer camp, or you know of somebody who has yet to sign up for summer camp, by the way, about 130 units have not signed up for summer camp yet. Please do so. We have sessions available, so make sure that you sign up. With that, it looks like Ryan Henderson was able to join us. His camera is working, which is fantastic. And I think it's just about time for me to hand it over to him. So Ryan, go ahead and take it away with our payment schedule.
All right, so key dates, we're coming up on that second payment due on March the 1st here in just a few short days. So for our second payment, in order to make that payment, you're gonna log into scoutingevent.com and you're gonna click lookup registration. And you're gonna have your registration number ready. Due on March the 1st, either e-check or credit card, you can make your payments. If you use e-check, no extra fees associated with that. If you do need to use a credit card, there's a 2.75 convenience fee on every transaction, and that is non-refundable. If you have an existing reservation already for one of your scouts, an additional $50 in payment is due now for all youth participants. The camp fee is due for new reservations at this point would be $100, and for scouts, and then for adults, you're looking at a $50 adult participation fee. If you missed your first payment, which was due on February the 1st, $100 is due on March 1st for all youth. If you do not meet this March 1st payment, it will result in the loss of your reservation unless you contact the camp director and have a quick conversation with them. If you're an adult participant, $50 is due on March 1st for all adult participants that missed that first payment back in February. So by March 1st, your youth should have paid $100 into summer camp each, and your adult leaders should have paid $50 into summer camp each. Next slide. Camp scholarships. So as we mentioned in the last webinar, we've redesigned the process for 2022 for camp scholarships. It is much easier for families to apply. You no longer need those signatures from your scoutmaster or someone in your troop. You can apply completely privately if the family does want to keep that private. Scholarships can be awarded up to half of the 2022 camp fees. And it's open to all registered Scouts BSA youth members. Scouts are encouraged to participate in unit and council fundraiser opportunities to kind of help pay their own way to summer camp. The link at the bottom there will get you directly to the scholarships on the michiganscouting.org page. So if you have any scouts that are looking to take advantage of that, the sooner the better to get those applications in and get that process rolling. To be eligible, the following guidelines must be met for all youth applicants for the camp scholarship. You need to be registered within the Michigan Crossroads Council. You need to be registered to attend any Michigan Crossroad Council Scouts BSA resident camp. You must be recommended by the unit leader / your parent and guardian can sign off on it as well. A separate application must be submitted for each scout requesting assistance, and assistance will be considered based on need of the youth unit's support of the mission of the Boy Scouts or the Michigan Crossroad Council, including participation in the popcorn sale. So if you have a family that is looking for multiple scholarships, they each need to fill out an application, and having those scouts participate in that popcorn sales throughout the year is going to be important to help them along that process. Applications are available from January 1st to May 30th. The first round of awards will be reviewed after April 1st. So if you submit by April 1st, you're going to be part of that first round of review for the scholarships, which is going to be a good deal for your scouts looking to get that extra bit of assistance. Families will become notified by a member of the volunteer scholarship allocation committee when the decision's been made, and families may only apply for one type of assistance. So if you're applying for a camp scholarship, then you can't get the sibling discount on top of that is offered as well in the MCC. You're going to choose one or the other. All right, health forms. So effective on January 1st, 2010, the only health form that's allowed at our camp to accept the summer is the BSA health and medical records, which is parts A and B, both sides, and C must be completed, including all required signatures. So those are signatures from a physician and parents. Health forms part A, B, and C are required for all campers, regardless of how long they're going to be in camp. Sports physicals and other physicals are no longer going to be accepted. You need that BSA annual health and medical record. Participants arriving without the proper health form will be expected to complete the proper form at their expense to be able to remain at camp. There are no exceptions to this. That does mean if you don't have C, you're going to need to go into town and figure out how to find a physician to fill out C for you. Both youth and adult will be required to go through a medical recheck at camp during the check-in process. The BSA health and medical record is valid until the last day of the month 1 year after it was issued. So if you have a health form issued 6/21/21, it's good through 6/30/22 this year.
All right. And with that, I will take things back over so that we can talk about merit badge sign up. Thanks so much, Ryan. Let's go ahead and get into it. So merit badge sign up. The process is the same, whether it's being done by the summer camp contact or through the use of our parent portal. We went over how to use and set up the parent portal last webinar, which you can find on our YouTube page. So once you're logged in, select the name of the participant that you want to sign up for classes, and then choose Update Info. The system will not let you sign up if you do not have your $100 paid for the participant and the required information is not entered for the participant. So that means you need their address, you need their name, email, all of that stuff before you can even sign up for merit badges. On the class schedule that will show at the bottom of their profile, click on Select Classes. Click on the classes that you want to sign the participant up for. The system will not allow you to sign up for a class that is already full, and the system will not allow you to sign up for a class that would double book the participant. So basically what that means is that if a class is full, we do have a wait list. If somebody drops, you will be put into that class automatically, which is a good feature. But that also means that if you have something going on from 9 to 10:30 and you're trying to sign up for a different badge from 9 to 10:30, you cannot. You'll have to drop that first badge, remove it from your schedule before you can add the new badge for the same time slot in order to schedule it. All right. So if you have any questions while you're trying to sign up for merit badges at any point, feel free to reach out to me either by phone, text is best, or by email so that we can make sure that we get you all signed up and good to go. Make sure it's really important that you do that checkout before merit badge sign up time. Once it's time to sign up for merit badges, there's going to be a huge rush of people coming in and trying to sign up all at the same time. I do my best to stay by my phone the morning of merit badge registration so that I can answer all the phone calls that I get. And I sit at my computer with my cup of coffee and do my best to make sure you all have the proper access that you need. But 9 times out of 10, the issue becomes either one, you did not check out that that person, so you didn't pay that fee, that $100. Or number two, the biggest issue that I found is that you don't have the correct information in for the scout. So you basically need to fill out every single box. I've set up our reservations a little bit different so that it doesn't require as much. But there is still a lot of required information you need before you can actually set a schedule for a scout. So make sure you do that before merit badge sign up day, which is the middle of March. So make sure you're all set and ready before then. It's coming up pretty quick. So let's go ahead and talk about program highlights. I wanted to talk about our first year camper program, also known as our Pedro Patrol. This is a special program designed for our first year campers who have not yet reached the rank of first class. This is a week-long program, but even though it's a week-long program, there is plenty of time left open to experience the rest of camp. I know that a lot of camps oftentimes will say, all right, you're a first year camper, you're going to the first year camper program, that's where you're going for the whole week. You got to go here, from morning until night, and that's what you're going to do. I like it when scouts have the opportunity to experience all the fun things that camp has to offer. Not saying that this program's not fun, but if your scout falls in love with shooting sports and decides that's what they want to be, they should be able to make that choice and be there as often as they would like. So going off of that, we also have the opportunity this year to earn up to 4 merit badges. Note how it says there's the opportunity to earn up to 4 merit badges. It matters how fast that we get through all of the other rank requirements. It matters how fast we get through these requirements, but there is time built into the schedule to focus on these merit badges. So the first merit badge that they will focus on is the first aid merit badge. Try to get them their first Eagle required. The second merit badge that they will focus on is the music merit badge, something fun, lighthearted, easy for scouts to earn. Followed by geology, something sciencey, gets them interacting, and finally fingerprinting. As we all know, I think fingerprinting is a staple of first year camper programs across the nation because it can be completed relatively quick, and it's a pretty fun, quick takeaway that you can do at camp where the scouts actually get to bring their fingerprints home, which is pretty cool. They also have exclusive access to the horse program and shooting sports area during the week. So at some point during the week, they get to go down to the corral and spend some time with the horses, whether that be getting them out for a corral ride, putting them out on a trail ride, or getting an experience with them. Depending on how many first year campers we have, we make sure that they get exposure to our horse program and learn about them. They also get exposure to our shooting sports area where they get to go down to the rifle and archery range and have full access to both of those ranges for an hour and a half so that they have opportunities to shoot, even if they're not in the merit badges themselves or can't find time during open program because they want to do some other fun thing. STEM. So this is a new area. It's going to be located in the Dan Beard cabin, which if you remember where our forge was located last year, that was the Dan Beard Pavilion. So the cabin itself will house our STEM area. There is a variety of new merit badges that we are offering, including chemistry, game design, metalworking, model design and building, and robotics. There's also going to be some awards that we're going to be offering through this area. So we have Robot Master. So if you do the robotics merit badge, which there is an additional fee of, I believe, $75 so that we can buy you a super cool robotics kit that you actually get to take home. You get to build your robot and compete head to head in a mini robotics tournament where you get to do a variety of different tasks, whether it's like playing soccer against each other, building something with them, whatever it may be. It's going to be a fun little robotics tournament, kind of not like BattleBots, but something just as fun. We are also going to be doing a Forged in Fire Champion Award. So you get to compete in the Forge to create the most useful tool as you compete in challenges designed to test your product. So you get to go online and, sorry, not online. You get to go in person and build something in the Forge, test it, just like in the show Forged in Fire, and take it home after you, sorry, it is $50 for robotics, not the 75. But you get to take the Forged in Fire competition, which is really fun. All right, next up, we have our staffing needs. So if you have anybody, we are really at a pretty good point in hiring at this stage. We have just the positions that are up on the screen left for us to hire to be completely staffed for the summer. So if you know anybody 18 years or older that is interested in doing things like being a handicraft director, EagleQuest director, somebody who's 21 plus for aquatics director or a head wrangler. We also have several support staff positions that are open. So things like cooking, food service staff, our maintenance / custodial person, trading post manager, health officer, dining hall steward, and program staff positions of Forge Master, Wrangler, aquatic staff, and archery staff. Send them our way. You can apply at www.michiganscouting.org/campstaffapp. And we have the opportunity to hire them, give them a paycheck for the summer, and then also feed and house them as well, which is great. All right, next up, the link to apply. So make sure you get those applications in. If you have anybody, send them our way. If they note on their application that they were directed by somebody in the webinar, that gives them a little bit of an edge compared to everybody else. We're doing interviews just about every week to try to fill up these last few gaps. So sooner they get them in, the better chance they have of getting hired and doing something really amazing for the summer. I've been doing summer camp staffing for 12 years now. I think Ryan has done it for over 15. So it's something that you get to do that builds these lifelong memories and connections. You get to really spend time and become a part of the camp family. And it is really like a family. I went to Ryan's wedding a few years ago. He's one of my best friends. We met at DBAR, 7-8 years ago in 2013, and we're still strong today. So get to make awesome bonds, connections. I highly suggest it for every single scout and scouter because it's a once in a lifetime opportunity. Upcoming webinars. So we have some webinars coming up March 23rd. We are always the fourth Wednesday of every month. So March 23rd, 2022 at 7 p.m. is our next webinar. You can register for it at michiganscouting.org/outdoor adventures. If you have anybody that is looking to also participate in that, feel free to forward the link onto them so that we can have them join. It doesn't have to just be the registered contact or the summer camp coordinator or the scoutmaster that joins. We highly suggest that you get as many adult leaders that are coming to summer camp to join these webinars as possible, because there's a lot of information that comes through them. And the more people that are well-versed in the things that we say here, the better summer camp experience your unit will have. The more opportunities for your scouts to be able to go to any adult leader in the troop, ask a question, and for it to be answered knowledgeably is the better opportunity for them to succeed as we continue our summer camp adventure. So with that, we'll go ahead and start answering some questions. Ryan, if you want to ask them to me, that'd be
Yep.
fantastic.
So I might have missed the first couple questions as I was having trouble getting in the webinar. The first question I got is about camp scholarships, and it's if our troop does not sell popcorn, does that make our scouts ineligible for the scholarships?
That is a great question. We ask that your troop does fundraising efforts. It doesn't necessarily have to be that they sell popcorn. So as long as they're trying to fund their summer camp experience, then you are eligible. But you need to note what that fundraising experience is and the sales that I believe you have to note the sales that you did as well. Don't quote me on that one though. But once you go to the Camp Scholarships page, it does a really good job of walking you through all of the requirements as well as all the information that you need to input in order to be eligible and be considered.
How do we apply for a sibling discount when the youth are different gender registrations? So there's a brother and a sister, and they are looking to apply that sibling discount.
Yeah, great question. So either by emailing me or emailing our reservation manager directly. So our system is actually really smart now. So it checks a whole different array of information that you input for these people. So really make sure that you're inputting all of the information that is inside of the reservation, that you're putting in their addresses, that they're putting in their email address, et cetera, their emergency contacts, because it cross-references a lot of that information in order to make sure that we are good to go.
We did get some questions about the sound during that merit badge video and whether there should be some. And the question is if we could post the link to that video into the chat box.
Absolutely. So there is supposed to be sound. We're going to go ahead and fix that in post. There's a plugin that I am missing because our typical webinar host is missing, doing a different meeting of himself. So we will edit that in post to include the actual video with the actual sound. It is also it will also be posted to the forums and resources page under Outdoor Adventures when you go on to michiganscouting.org.
Is Camping Merit Badge going to be offered this year at camp?
Camping?
Yes, it is. It's located in the Outdoor Skills page. It's one of the open program merit badges, so it's not in that big grid schedule. It's one of those badges that you can come and go during those open program blocks at any point in time and go take that merit badge.
Absolutely. And the reason that we did that is because it is such a prerequisite heavy merit badge that requiring folks to go 4 times during the week, even 2 times during the week for, between 3 to 6 hours is a lot for people that come prepared to camp. For some scouts, it does take that 3 to 6 hours, and they can take that 3 to 6 hours on their own time. But for scouts that come prepared, ready to go with their merit badge booklet, makes it much easier when it's in that open program format for them to come, get their prereqs checked off, get their other knowledge checked, and then for them to leave in a much shorter amount of time. With a note on that being, make sure you go through every single program page to see all of our merit badge offerings. We will also be posting our prerequisite sheet, which includes our entire merit badge catalog on the registration page, which will also pop up in all of your individual registrations as an attachment at the end of this week.
So will there be any adult leader training during camp? The example offered was merit badge counselor training.
There will not be any sort of that type of training where it's super in depth. We don't offer like IOLS, merit badge counselor training, but we do offer several opportunities for leaders to be trained in things like safe swim defense, safety afloat. There's opportunities for things like climb on safely. All of that is listed in the leader's guide in its own little training section.
We discussed that the prerequisite page is going to be coming out here at the end of the week, and everyone will be notified of that. We already discussed that the robotics cost for that cool robot kit is $50. And lastly, we have one more question at the moment, is how do we know what's available during the open program times? So how do we know which badges are open program and which badges are scheduled?
Great question. So if you go into the program or to the leader's guide, you can actually see under each section at the beginning of the section for our program, it gives an explanation of what exactly is Open Program, what does it mean, how do you sign up for it, all sorts of stuff like that. And at the bottom of that page, you actually get to see a little explanation. It's a key to, I believe it's the red merit badges are Open Program, the bolded merit badges are week-long experiences, and the things that are in regular typeface font are half-week experiences. So anything that's red as you're going through each of the different areas is an Open Program badge.
All right. Any other questions at the moment? We'll hang out here for about another minute, maybe two, and answer whatever we can to help you guys out and make sure we're ready for our summer camp experience coming up. So we do have a question for when we talk about badges. The badge catalog seems to show that the first year program will include first aid merit badge. Is that right? The actual merit badge, not T2 and 1. So yep, that is correct. While working on the first year camper program, we are also going to include more first aid to try to get those scouts their first foray into Eagle required merit badges. They're already doing so much first aid. It's worth a shot on getting them that merit badge while they're on that track. So as part of the first year camper program, as time allows, we are going to try to complete that first aid merit badge as well as those requirements. Is there any info on the merit badge weekend in June?
We are currently working towards finding chairs for these events that we want to host. Right now, we are trying to lock down folks for June 3rd through the 5th, and the third week in June as well. The dates I don't know off the top of my head, but I know June 17th is in there. We are working on getting the chairs hammered out for those, and we should have more information about it by the end of March.
All right. Next question is, each month there's a different, or the next question is, for the webinars each month, there should be an expectation that it'll be different topics each month, correct?
That is correct. Each month, each webinar will have a variety of different topics. So last month we went over things like facilities at camp, such like that. This month we went over camp scholarships, health forums, program opportunities. So each month there will be a different set of topics that we will discuss to keep each one pertinent as we continue getting ready for summer camp.
If you did miss one of the webinars, or one of your adult leaders did miss the webinars, they are available online on the Michigan Crossroads Council page, so you can catch up with the group. Any other questions out there? All right. Seems like we're pretty set on questions at this point. Joe, back to you.
All right, last thing that I have to say is thank you, and we look forward to seeing you at camp this summer. If you have any questions at all as we continue to move on, please do not hesitate to reach out to me. You all have my phone number. You all have my email. Continue to reach out to me. Text message is by far the best way to reach me, because as I continue to travel throughout camp getting things ready, DeBoer does not have great cell phone service on the back trails and back roads. So text me, email me, I will get back to you, and we'll make sure that you have an enjoyable summer at camp. With that, thank you all for making the time this evening to chat with us, to get more ready for summer camp, be more prepared, and we look forward to seeing you on the scouting trail at camp.